Hey everyone, I'm Bill. I'm with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to A&S Motorcycles here in Sacramento, California. Today I get the pleasure of riding yet another 2020 BMW. This time I'm going to be on the R1250R. It is just fresh off the truck. They are brand spanking new, and Randy's given me the opportunity to ride it, so thank you, Randy. We are on a short ride, so I'm going to talk about a few minor things right now. We're going to talk about the elephant in the room, the exhaust can. It is ginormous. We are going to be on the exclusive color, and we are on the low seat option. So there are different seat options. There are about 4 or 5 different colors available for the bike. It is the 1250 motor, so it does have the shift cam technology, which is really nice. We'll talk about that. But it does have a ginormous 6.5-inch Tft display. We've got heated hand grips. We've got cruise control. We have all of the bells and whistles that my 2020 BMW S1000 had, but we've got it all in luxury of a 1250 boxer motor. So let's take a look around this bike. Let's get geared up and we'll get out on the road. All right, everybody, so we are on the brand new 2020 R1250R. I came in wanting to ride the RS, I can't lie, but he didn't have any yet, or he sold his already. So we are on the R. This is the low seat option. Bogna's on a 400 Scrambler, but stay tuned because I get to ride this Husqvarna Vitpillen. So stay tuned for that video, but let's get on this 1250R. So we are on the low seat option. So actually Bogna fit on this bike really, really well, but she didn't want to ride it because it's a little top heavy, you know, and she just was like, you know what, I'm gonna let you ride this thing. I actually came in to ride this one in the RS today, but of course the RS wasn't available, so we're just going to be doing the review on the 1250R. Get this thing a little warm. So the screen is all across the board now. BMW is doing it for all of their bikes, which is really, really cool. So the TFT 6.5-inch TFT display is super easy to control with all of the menu buttons. We'll walk a little through that here in a second. But we do have over here, we have our mode switch, our on and off switch, and our heated hand grips, cruise control, blinkers, ABS, suspension. So the suspension button, I can't wait to push, because this is the suspension button that I hoped the S1000 would have had. So let's just start off right here. So first of all, just straight off, this is just in dynamic mode. It's just great. I mean, this thing feels really cool. It feels really nice. Now the low seat option, I'm in this big cradle right now. So, oh, speed shifter. Speed shifter, guys. So the suspension setting, and sure enough, we've got different suspension settings, dynamic or road. So let's go in dynamic. So just right off the bat, what I don't understand is why was that not available on the S1000? Why couldn't we switch the suspension settings without having to switch the mode settings? So I'm a little boggled right now, so I apologize. But we've got our toggle switch, so we can go over into our menu buttons, and we can hit menu down, and we can go over into our my vehicle settings and menu down, and we can talk about our TPS systems, and we can talk about our fuel, and talk about our oil pressure and whatnot. So very the my vehicle settings is a very cool a screen to be able to have, because it gives you, it's very informational. So we can go back up and it takes us into our other settings, so very cool. And then of course we've got over here, we've got our mode button, so we can change from our mode to Dynamic Pro. Let's try out the Dynamic Pro. Off the throttle, on the throttle. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So one of the chief complaints that I had, that there was no power on the S1000 in this. Now the 1250 obviously has much torqueier motor, but we've got a the shift can technology, and the shift can technology works. This is where this shift can technology is supposed to be working, and it works, and it works incredibly. I love it. So look at that. I mean, just wow. You might have me thinking about a 1250 RS instead of that new S1000 RR. Woo, boy. I'm a little taken away on how this thing performs straight off the showroom floor comparatively to that S1000. And I know the boxer motor, and I got it. I understand it's a different motor. But the fact that I've got more power on this thing straight out the box up to 7,000 RPMs. Now I know it redlines at 9, so I get that. But to be able to have that kind of power straight out the box is kind of crazy. So I don't this video, we might not be talking too much in this video, because he's got me a little speechless. We know the Tft display, we know it's a great display. Up top menu button up takes you through the menus. So we got our fuel gauge, miles still empty, so very cool. So let's address the elephant in the room. Now, the size of the exhaust on this thing is ginormous. Now I get it, I understand. We're in a 2020 right now, so this is deemed in the US as a 2020. A lot of people in the 2020 S1000, they said, oh, this is a 2019. These might be 2019s in the rest of the world, but here in the United States, this is a 2020 R1250R. Now, I'm assuming with the Euro 5, you know, they can't do much with the motor, and they can't do that throttle response. I mean, look at that thing. That thing's like a rocket ship. So we've had to meet the standards for with the exhaust. Now, I'll be completely honest, I would have much rather BMW put the huge club GSX-R 1000 or this 1250 exhaust on this thing to meet the standards than what they did. The throttle response and just the detuning that thing to meet the sound requirements really kind of sucked. So to take this thing and put this muffler on it is because it's pretty quiet. Still got the little rumble. It doesn't rock on my R9T. You know, one of the things I love is that this thing rocks back and forth. There's not much rock, but you know, this motor is much more advanced than my R9T. That old 1200 motor, the air-cooled 1200 motor, although they make it, they really stopped putting it in like the GS's and these bikes some years ago. So, you know, they went liquid cooled. I want to say 5-6 years ago they went liquid cool, so they went away from that 1200, and then just recently last year they went to that 1250. So look at that, second gear, straight out of there, 2,000-3,000 RPMs, give it gas, and the thing is off and going. Man, BMW, I wish you guys would have done this with the S1000. I'm disappointed in that. But back to this is a great bike. I like it. Now, I'm not real comfortable in the seat. I feel really low in the seat. I don't really like the seat, personally. I wish I would have probably had a little bit bigger seat, like maybe more up here. So I think that would have been a little bit more comfortable for me. I'm sitting in this, like I said, this like saddle. So let's see if they've got the canceling blinkers. So it doesn't have the self-canceling blinkers. So I've seen some complaints about the on the S1000. I enjoyed it on the S1000. It really didn't actually work bad at all. So the self-canceling was it would judge your variant speeds, and it knew if you were decelerating or braking for a turn to leave the blinker on, but it knew if you were cruising on the highway to shut the blinker off after a certain amount of seconds at certain speed. So it was actually pretty cool. That was very nice. We've got our horn button down here, again, menus, cruise control, hazard lights, and our ABS off. So that was and then the suspension. And you know, I'm going to show Bogna that and see what she says, because why BMW? Why did we not get this on the S1000? Why wouldn't you let me be in, you know, go down here and go into road suspension in the Dynamic Pro mode? It's that simple. It was that simple to do. The 2020 BMW R1250R is a short ride today. I couldn't take it out as long as I wanted to, but I'll tell you guys, I can't wait until I can get on that RS. I'm very excited to get on the RS. The other thing that's nice is they gave us the keyless. I'm not sure why we didn't get the keyless on the S1000. So that was, I don't know, but I enjoyed it. So here's the exhaust you guys can see. And we have an S1000RR over here, but take a look at this thing. Look at the size of the exhaust, right? And of course the S1000, which we have one right here, of course he already has the Akrapovic system on it, but I would have much rather gone with this muffler and been able to take this muffler off and just switch mufflers and still had that throttle. So I'm bummed that they took the throttle away. So BMW, thank you for not robbing the R1250. Not my style bike, but I like the performance out of this bike. I really do. So, but we're off for another bike. But thank you guys. Stay tuned, because I will be on the RS soon. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. Leave me a comment down below if there's anything here at the dealership. We have Triumph, Ducati, BMW, and we do have a plethora of used bikes. So if there's anything that you guys want to see, make sure you comment down below. But smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. But until next video, we'll see you then. Bye, guys.